Hello everyone, welcome back. Hope you're doing absolutely fantastic, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Black Square Steam Gauge overhaul for the Bonanza. This is the turbocharged version. As you can see, we do have the tip tanks, so we do have some extra fuel on the tip of the wings. So what is this? This is basically an entire overhaul of the systems of the Bonanza. And this is quite possibly the most comprehensive GA aircraft for Microsoft Flight Simulator as of today. It features the most advanced turbocharger simulation, and the sound even reflects the actual simulated turbine RPM. It's great. We're not going to be taking a close look on the exterior, as it uses the Bonanza exterior. But the inside, as you can see, we do have our steam gauge instruments. We can swap the radio stack, the GPSs. So this is the GTS 750, and then we have the 530, which is the one we're going to be using, and you can go no GPS if you want to. You can completely get rid of it, which is a really nice alternative. Maybe you just want to do some old-fashioned flying. I like this. So yeah, GTN 530 for us. And this is a very in-depth aircraft, so you do want to follow the checklist. As you can see, it's very comprehensive. It goes over many scenarios, and you do have to follow this if you want to successfully operate this aircraft. And this aircraft does include failures, and not only you have random failures, you also have pilot-induced failures. So you can damage the engine to the point where you might have a malfunction. So this is really nice. Okay, let's follow the checklist. So pre-flight inspection complete. Let's adjust the size. Bam. So parking brake is set. Emergency gear handle, it is here in the back. Yeah. The breakers, you can pop the breakers. So this is a really nice feature. The electrical system on the steam gauge overhaul aircrafts, it's been entirely overhauled, so every single thing works. If you're not familiar with the steam gauge overhaul series by Black Square, they have released the Caravan and the King Air by now, and they are outstanding. Yeah, and we also have some here. I dare say this aircraft right here goes a little bit further. We even have a carbon monoxide detector, and you can get a failure here. Super nice. So yeah, flaps are up. Oxygen pressure should be good. No, it's not. I was flying this, so we did use the oxygen, so we do have to fix that. Avionics is off. Throttle is closed. High RPM. Full rich. Cowl flaps open. Aileron trim is good. Alternate air is off. Firewall. Landing gear is down. I'd be very worried if it was not. Switches are off. Load meter on primary. The breakers are in, we just checked. Alternate static air normal. CO detector is this red button. This is how you check if it's functional. Fuel selector, left tank, beacon light is on. battery coming on. There we go. I just want to get rid of this real quick. Bam. Yeah, let's refill our oxygen. And that's how you do it. It's coming up. Yeah, there it is. And as you can see, we do have engine condition. So depending on how you operate your aircraft, this number goes down. And here you have your failures. You can increase the failure rate. Active failures. Random, scheduled. I'm gonna leave this on random. You do have the specific settings here. Absolutely brilliant. Brilliant stuff. Yeah, so this is where you repair the engine. So we have 99, back to 100. Yeah. Let's go to standby. This is the weather radar. By the way, this is your transponder. Bus votes 23 minimum. Okay, annunciators. Annunciating. Primary alternator, standby alternator. Fuel quantities. Check. Tip tank. Check. Let's open this. And let's see if we can hear the auxiliary fuel pump. Kinda. Standby. We do have a warning. We do have the needle in the green. And now it's coming off. We are cold, so there we go. This is how we're gonna start the engine. So if you have just been flying the aircraft, the engine's gonna be hot. So this is where you want to select, but this is code. Like, we're just gonna start a flight. So code. So mixture full rich. It is. High RPM it is. Throttle full open. Auxiliary fuel pump. Couple of seconds. We did achieve higher than 3 gallons per hour. And then throttle just a tiny bit open. Starter. Looking good. We increased the throttle for 1200 RPM. Slowly but surely. Now let's... Yeah. Let's go outside. There we go, a little bit better. Nice. After starting checklist. Throttle 1200. Oil pressure in the green. Okay. Temperature rising. Pressure green. Annunciator is extinguished. Load is okay. Votes looking good. Instruments are looking good. Nav lights coming on. Weather radar is on standby, so avionics can come on. What is the temperature like? 15C, that's good. That is 59 Fahrenheit. Okay, so a really nice feature of the Bonanza is you can actually simulate controlling the temperature inside. So you can keep a pleasant temperature for you and your passenger. That's really nice. Mixture lean for taxi. We're gonna be doing the run-up right here. So let's jump over for the run-up. Parking brake set. It is set. Yep. Annunciators are annunciating. Compass. Looking good. Mixture full rich. Throttle 1700. Okay. You kind of have to adjust slowly. There we go. 1700. Propeller. Yeah. And now if we look at the oil pressure, it's dropping. Nice. Temperature rises a little bit. Temperature going up. Dropping. Very, very well done. Magnetos, we should have a drop. And it is very important that you check this, as since we have failures here, you should try and catch those before you're flying. One thing that we do have here is basically backfires. Huh. I'm not too sure why we didn't get any. It's probably user error. I kind of assumed we would get a backfire doing this. I think I watched the developer do this. But I think it's user error. Instrument air green. Primary alternator off. And then we can check the load meter. It fell, and we do have a warning. Now, this one picked up the load. Okay. Propeller heat. Doing what it should. Throttle 1200. The electric trim that it mentions here is the one on your yoke. So, bam. I'm gonna use a hotkey for this, and yeah. It is trimming. Autopilot. Let's center the heading. Flight director. Heading. And 30 degrees to the left. Good. To the right. Good. Okay, so the autopilot disengage button is working. Let's try again. Heading. Let's see if we can overpower the autopilot by moving the yoke to the left. There we go. So we can cancel out the autopilot by moving the yoke. Good. Okay, elevator trim for takeoff, 0. Good. Flaps, we can check the operation, so full flaps. And full flaps. Flaps for takeoff. Windows are closed. Altimeter is set. Departure altitude will be 2500. Takeoff heading. Takeoff heading is set. Pedal lights dim for takeoff. parking brake release. Before takeoff checklist. We're gonna be doing that very, very shortly. Taxi lights coming on. Lean for taxi. Okay, looking good. Beacon nav. And we are at Renton Airport. Beautiful region, beautiful airport. I like it a lot. And Boeing has a factory here. A building facility, which is right to our right. Right here, there's like a tiny bridge. Okay, we're holding short of the runway before takeoff checklist. Mixture full rich. Oil temperature is above 24. 24 is the yellow arc right here. Auxiliary fuel pump off. AC off. Landing light coming on. Okay, looking good. Weather radar on. It is on. And this is where the Boeing factory is. We can see some Boeings sitting there. Excellent place to basically take a look at. Okay. We can see some Boeings sitting around there as well. There we go. So throttle full open, brakes release. Oh yeah, flaps are good. You do want to add throttle slowly. There we go. Rotate. Positive rate gear coming up. We have a couple of airports to our right, so we're going to keep runway heading and then we're going to turn left. Flaps coming up. Engine instrument check. Setting prop for 2500. There we go. Starting our left turn. Okay, let's keep this heading for a little bit. This is where Boeing builds some aircraft. Okay, this is the altitude we want. Okay. Let's set the heading knob. And bam. There's where Boeing builds planes. I believe it's up until this building. Really, really nice. Let's arm the 2500. Okay, let's take a look at this. So 2500 RPM. Slowly adding the throttle. There we go. I adjusted the sound a little bit. I'm gonna pull the throttle. You can hear the turbocharger. Such a nice detail. Here's the turbocharger picking up. You gotta love this. Really, really nice stuff. And possibly my favorite feature here, I was playing around with this as I was testing the aircraft, and it's the EDM 800. It's an engine monitor. So up here we have the horsepower, and as we pull the mixture, which in a turbocharger you do not have to do this up until you reach critical altitude. But when you reach your cruise altitude, which is the cruise altitude you're going to be flying at, you might want to lean this so you can save some fuel. So there's this button which helps you find the lean, helps you lean the aircraft. So this R is rich of peak. So we're going to pull this. There we go. We have one cylinder flashing. We're gonna slowly add here, and it should be between 50 and 100. It's gonna be the best setting for power. And then we can kind of follow this with the horsepower on top. Very, very nice stuff. And if you hold, like, you hold this right here in the middle. Let's see if I can do this. No. Let's hold again. There we go. Lean R, and then you hold right here in the middle. This is gonna lean below the peak, so this is gonna save some fuel. This is some really nice stuff. And the airport we're going to be going to is right around there. Let's just adjust our heading so we can follow this. Descent. Okay. Cowl flaps closed. It is still open. It's been such a short flight. Approach. Fuel selector, fullest tank. We're going to be switching to our right. And we should be good. Oxygen off. Landing light is on. It is. Pitot heat below 4C. We do have a temperature gauge here, but a really nice function of the transponder is function, flight time, outside our temperature. 11C. Okay, let's hand fly this. Let's hand fly this approach. Okay. AC is off, cow flaps is required, mixture full. Okay, flaps approach. Okay. Full mixture. We are below 150, so landing gear coming down. And first notch of flaps. And flaps down. Okay. Let's get rid of the flight director. And let's start trimming the aircraft. There we go. I see 4 whites. But we're going to capture the glide slope fairly soon. This is a very simple approach, visual approach, with plenty of time to fix our glide path. There we go, we are full flaps. Yeah, full flaps. I see 1 red. And 2 reds. Okay, looks like we are in the center line. Beautiful approach so far. Parallel on the center line. There we go. And we greased it. Flaps coming up. Very nice braking power. Okay, real quick, let's turn this on standby. We don't want to blast anyone with the weather radar. Lean mixture. Open cow flaps. Taxi lights, landing lights. Strobe was off. Big brain. Alright. After landing checklist. Cowl flaps open. Flaps are up, weather on off or standby, lights as required, pitot heat is off, AC and cabin heat as required. So we are looking good. And then we have the shutdown and securing checklist. Okay, it looks like we are all alone here. I do see a nice airplane there. We're gonna be crossing this runway, so strobe light coming on. Clear left and clear right. Strobe lights coming off. And I really want to park near the other aircraft. Can we? I don't want to be all alone there. I want to have a friend near us, and that is an Alaska airplane. Am I the only one that likes this livery so much? I love flying the Alaska livery on the PMDG 737. Hey there, buddy. It looks like you're gonna have to share this area with me now. Just because we don't have anywhere really to park, and it's gonna be a nice eye candy for us. Taxi lights coming off. Park and brake is set. Avionics coming off. Throttle is closed. Propeller high RPM. Mixture cut off. And lag. There we go. Magnetos coming off. Alternators coming off. And battery coming off. And then brake release. I'm gonna keep this engaged. I'm gonna keep the brake engaged. I've gotta say, this aircraft is, if not the most comprehensive add-on, GA add-on, one of the most comprehensive. You can hear the engine cooling down. I'm gonna bring up the sound a little bit. That's the sound of the engine cooling down. Like, that's insane. That's so much detail for an aircraft. In my opinion, this is the most comprehensive GA add-on for Microsoft Flight Simulator as of today. I am absolutely in love with the Bonanza. This is very, very much worth buying. This is incredible stuff. This is beautiful. The failures, the turbocharged simulation, this is so well done. I'm gonna say the developer is doing an incredible job, and I have not even delved completely into this aircraft because the developer went as far as implementing signal degradation for like VORs. I have no clue how hard it was, but I'm gonna guess it was really, really hard. I'm very, very impressed. This aircraft is excellent. I love this. Very much worth buying. I I like this so much, I'm gonna have a few more videos on this aircraft this week. I'm gonna be recording them today, tomorrow, as I make up some time. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Let me know if you get it. If you are thinking about getting it, you should. Like, if you like GA aircrafts, this is a must-buy. I cannot get over the fact I can hear the engine cooling down. So nice, so nice. I love this. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to leave a like, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think, and if you enjoyed, I hope to see you again soon. And wherever you are, I hope stay safe, fly safe. Bye-bye.